Alright guys, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the intake system apart today, check the DISA valve, try to get at the idle control valve, do all of that. If I don't find problems in there, from what I'm reading online, it looks like it's going to be a PCV, a crankcase vent issue somewhere. That apparently is an 8-hour job. I'm not really sure why it's saying that online. It's just some valve down there. I guess you really have to take stuff apart to get to it. I don't know that I have that in me, but I also am not willing to pay 8 hours of labor to make this thing idle, so I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully I find something when I start taking this apart. I'm going to pull this, the box, upper, lower, MAF, boot, DISA. I'm not going to do a DIY on this because I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll let you know if I find anything interesting in here. Alright, here's the deal. We've got everything torn apart. The idle control valve is out, the DISA valve is out. All the hosing down to the throttle body is out and apart. You can even see the throttle body little butterfly here work. If I have my hands in the way, but I can feel it work and spring back shut. It's kind of dirty in there, but a shop towel won't get anything out. So here's what's out. Pretty much the whole intake system. Here is the idle control valve. I haven't done anything to it except take it out, and it's very loose and free in there, which is what you want. You look in these ports here and they're not even carbonated at all. I mean, this is either a fairly new valve or somebody has had this out and cleaned it. Now, nothing's been done since I've had this car, as far as I know, but I mean, that's clean. That's good. That's what you want. Same thing with the DISA valve. Although it looks very grubby, none of that comes off easily. If I close this valve, put my finger over the hole, it only springs open that much and stays. And then when I let go of the hole, the rest of it does. And I think that's how it's supposed to be. So the DISA valve is intact and okay, and so is the idle control valve. The boots, this one was a bitch to get off, the one that goes on the throttle body. That's the part that goes off to the idle control valve. They're not clean. The rubber doesn't feel great, but I can't find any cracks. I don't get the idea that any of that's leaking. All of these tubes, everything looks good. So I wonder if it is a mass airflow meter, or then we get into the CCV system. That's what Tom thinks it is. And I don't know how to further diagnose that, so I'll have to Google, see if there's a way to know if it's the crankcase vent, or I don't know what PCV stands for, but CCV's crankcase ventilation. So, damn, I was hoping to find a cracked boot and just put a new one of those in and be done. Well, it is running perfectly with the mass airflow sensor unplugged. Here's the deal. So I put it all back together after, well, Joe came down right after I filmed that last clip, and we got it all put back together and visual on the hose, and everything's nice and tight and sealed well. So then we decided to try to clean the mass airflow sensor, since it seems to work perfectly with that unplugged. So I went over to AutoZone. CRC makes airflow sensor cleaner for like $6. So I bought one of those, came back, and it said to simply pop the mass airflow sensor probe out of the housing using a flat blade. So I did that, and I'm pretty sure that it broke, and like the plastic broke, and it came out. And I got to look at it when it came out, and seemingly there are two film probes on the main probe. Two pieces of film, and one of them appears to be broken off. So I threw it at the ground, and then that broke the other one off. So I bought a new VDO/Siemens mass airflow sensor, which was supposed to ship today, and now it's saying the 11th. I won't have it before the 12th. But it's working perfectly without a mass airflow sensor plugged in. I cleared all the codes, and the only one that came back is, I think, EF, which is implausible values from the mass airflow meter. Well, yeah, it's unplugged, no shit. So really, I mean, I could just leave it like this. It's just going to assume that it's sea level quality air, right? Somebody pointed out in the comments that that's only going to help me out if I'm climbing altitude or, you know, major atmospheric changes. It would just run too rich or lean in that instance. So whenever I get it, I'll put it in and really hope that solves the problem. Found a Maserati Gran Sport, or Gran Turismo. And an S5. I probably see 5 S5s a day. There's a ludicrous amount here in Hudson. Look how humid it is. All the windows have fogged up. Rained for a little bit. Today was a 60% chance. And it didn't even, I think we had a couple sprinkles around 6 or 7 o'clock, but that was it. So we're gonna wrap up the vlog here. It was a productive day of figuring out hopefully what's wrong with the 330. Went to the pool with Joe for a little bit. We hung out there for like 90 minutes maybe. Came back here, had dinner, did a bunch of work online. Razvan and Sabrina popped in. Kenan came by for a little bit. And I've been finishing up emails. For the first time in a while, I have nothing in my YouTube Watch Later playlist, and I have nothing in my inbox, and it feels amazing. Because those are my 2 overheads that create a ton of work and stress, and to have them both empty is really it's a magical, magical thing. My class is now done officially for the summer. That was fantastic. Actually, it sucked, but it's fantastic that it's done. I ended up with a 96% in there. I got a 97 on my final paper. The work paid off. It'll be a nice GPA booster. So glad to have that done. I am going to go to bed. I'm exhausted as always. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm not even sure what's going on tomorrow. I think the camera lens is fogging up. Yeah, it is. It's that humid out here. Probably do some work around the house, maybe on the cars. The M5's clean, really doesn't need anything. The 330 just needs the mass airflow meter, which is now not supposed to ship. I think I told you until the 11th. Whatever, it's running fine the way it is. I'll try to hit the pool if it doesn't rain, but I think tomorrow's a 90% chance of rain at some point. So I got that battery pack. Maybe I could do a review of that for E39 source. But tomorrow the oil pan DIY is uploading, so that'll be up at 10 a.m. tomorrow East Coast. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow on Wednesday, hump day. Good night.